Who needs enemies when you have friends like Gypsy Rose has? Because here we had somebody who used to support Gypsy in the comments. And she says, show proof that Gypsy's surgeries were unnecessary because I've seen some crazy stuff lately. And I don't think that this is a horrible thing to request, especially if Gypsy wants to keep supporters. All they're asking is prove what she is saying and disprove what everybody else is saying. And of course, Gypsy's friends ran into the comments. Sheena said she owes you nothing, which would be true, Sheena, if Gypsy was not using this app to grift off of people, nor did she want support still. And this girl goes on to say, look, I've supported her. I've bought her books. I've watched her videos, her shows. And it turns out she lied. So she does owe us an explanation. Again, I think that's fair. And here comes more of her friends. Kelly Bell says, she doesn't owe you a fucking thing. Are you fucking serious? On what grounds does purchasing a book or watching a TV show mean that an author or a person on TV owes you a goddamn thing? Well, Kelly, if they want us to believe their story, they need to come with some kind of proof, especially when that person had to pay money to see that story. And you know, in friendly fashion, she told this girl, check yourself into the nearest emergency room. And this girl comes back and she calmly says, why are you yelling at me? I supported this girl because my cousin actually went through MVP, and it was awful. I felt such a connection to Gypsy's story, and I was so happy for her. And it turns out she's a big fat liar, and that's insulting to people who supported her. And then she calls Sheena and Kelly out by saying apparently her friends are just as nasty as she is. And then Sheena goes on to say she owes no one, and especially information on her child, when the girl didn't even ask about her child. And this girl responds yet again and says, so basically it's my own fault for supporting her and believing her lies. And Sheena parrots Kelly by saying she owes you nothing because you bought a book. And this girl again says, so I'm an idiot for believing her? Got it. And then Sheena continues to run her mouth, getting all upset, saying, well, you believe things you've seen or heard and things that are not fact, which medical records, casebooks, investigator notes are all actual facts. Anyway, she says, I cannot keep fighting with people on here. Then log off, Sheena. And then she tells her, my advice is either research or find your own truth, which it is likely research that made this girl realize what a liar Gypsy is. And then Sheena says, I don't even know what to tell you. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being rude. At all. And I know that Gypsy appreciates anyone's support, but she doesn't owe anyone an explanation. But why would we support somebody who isn't willing to explain shit? And I would love to give a big round of applause to this girl because she calls them out and says, you guys are brainwashed. And she reiterates that she did support her at one time. But there's too much coming out that she cannot debunk because you can't debunk facts. Anyways, if Gypsy hasn't figured it out by now, it's not just her that has caused her to lose supporters. It's her bottom of the barrel friends as well.